Hello, this is another tough video, tell a friend video, and this time on the topic, what are the everyday life consequences of the three brain model? So as we all know, there is our brain, or what we perceive as ourselves. We are composed of three brains, the reptile brain, the limbic system, and the intellect. And now, knowing this model and not seeing ourselves as, here, this is my brain, and that is the center of my being, of my thinking, and this is just one. It's three. It's not one point of contact, it's three. And now, my question is now, whenever I receive information. So if information hits me, and it doesn't matter, it's TV, it's people talking, it's friends, but then also own created info, so thinking. So if I'm thinking for myself, if that information hits, this would actually be inside here, but for simplicity, I just use this in terms of information. So I change the information in here, but internally. So that hits me, and now I ask for every information that enters, who is the benefiter? So if somebody gives me information, for example, you should go on holidays here, then I look at it and say, okay, who is benefiting if I do that, what this information suggests to me? Or if somebody gives me an information, what does he want from me that he has given me this information? So what is behind that? That's the first thing. And then very, very important is I then say, which brain is that information going to? And so into which of my brains does this information go? And then one of the things that you almost immediately notice is if the information you receive actually is in accordance or in conflict with your belief system. So conflict with belief, belief system. Yeah. And if it's in conflict with the belief system, that is always for me, oops, wait, now I have to watch out. Because, and I come later to that, because then the reptile brain is actually often triggered because I'm in unknown territory, I'm afraid, that is something new, I don't know. So so it's unknown territory for my brain if it's not in my current belief system. Yeah, and then the other thing is, the very easy thing is, if information comes in that actually is, a high five or give me 10 to my brain, where it says, oh yeah, great, that fits in here, or yeah, that fits here. Oh, okay, that makes my belief system even, be more of that same belief. So it's actually in accordance. So if things go smoothly, then sometimes I have to say, as a critical thinker, so I'm a little bit tempted to like put a question mark if it kind of is too matching to my belief system. Then I always say, oops, is there something wrong? Do I oversimplify or so? Now, what I mentioned here with the conflict, so I ask myself, if information that hits triggers a fear. So if that information trigger, and it's not easy to know fear or feeling uncomfortable, because feeling uncomfortable often then says, oh, I know that information is blocked, I will not let it in, and then another thing, so that means The reptile brain blocks it. But now we have another thing, and that is if the information is complex. You know, so complicated. I don't know. It's things like relativity theory, physics. It's you know, math. It's quantum systems and so on. So you get, or even, you know, like financial systems or economical systems or new technology, computer technology, artificial intelligence. How does that all work? And if that hits this complexity level that is too complex for me, for the energy that I want to invest. So if it's higher than the energy I want to invest into this topic. So a topic comes in and I say, oops, no, like I often have that I read something, I say, okay, that is part of here or there, okay, but now it's too complex. So I then scan and say, okay, for this topic, I have a kind of a question mark and I choose a specific prefixed opinion. Yeah, so that makes most sense. So I might say this is 70% and then the other alternatives are maybe 30%. And then I store it like that. So it is, a complexity is too high. It hits my intellect. I'm not afraid. And it also doesn't kind of go against my visions, you know, but it's a topic that I'd say, no, sorry, I don't have the 5 hours, 10 hours, 5 days to kind of dig into that topic and solve it and get my intellect up to speed to actually be able to not just jump on an opinion I read or I hear, but to really think about it, to think it through. So with that, I actually want to stop. Two little things. The opinions that I choose from somebody, if you choose opinion and then say 100%, and this is external thinking, so I call this external thinking, then what you do is you attach a specific topic to external thinking, and here, very, very dangerous if you then say, I'm using an external thinker, an external dogma, and I give it 100%. That is very, very dangerous. Please, if you take an external thinker, an external paradigm, then please put it in green. Write a 50-50 or write a 70-30 or a 30-70, whatever. Give it a probability, but not this is a paradigm that always is true. So that is for the for if the information I receive is too complex or causes fear, so that I simply don't want to think into here because the fear actually blocks me thinking. And also when I have fear, then I usually link that to an opinion I get from a leader or some slogans and so on. I want to kind of stop with the following quote: I know that I don't know anything. And I think it's from Socrates, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that I don't know anything. And that makes you not only humble in terms of your intellect, because sometimes you say, well, you should be a humble engineer and, you know, be humble against blah, blah. I don't like that humble engineering thing so much. I just want to say, look, put some probability to everything you think you know. And then say, and by saying, I know that I don't know anything, you do kind of the maximum of question here. You say, okay, for now, I think it's like this, but I don't exactly know. And this makes sure that you have an open brain, yeah, So a brain that allows change and allows change. So with that slogan from Socrates, I think, I know that I don't know anything. You create an open brain that allows change. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.